Well, good afternoon, y'all. We have got a bank fishing mission in store for this Monday afternoon, December the 20th or something like that. It's the first Monday before Christmas, and I'm finally feeling a little bit better. In the last video, I said I was sick. Basically, long story short, I had or have an infection in my small intestine, basically. So I'm having to take some antibiotics for a month or so to clear that out, and then I got to do some other stuff, physical therapy, blah blah blah, to get that fixed. And then I went back to work, and then within the first couple days of going back to work, I caught whatever virus has been going around here in Knoxville, and that put me back under the weather again with flu-like symptoms. And add that on top of the small intestine stuff, and man, I ain't been feeling great. But we are out here today on Mountain Hill Lake behind us, and we are going to try to catch some bait, white bass, skipjack, crappie, whatever I can catch here on this light tackle stuff. And then we're going to go over to Fort Loudon Lake on a shore spot that's way back in the woods I never fished before. And we're going to try to do some bank fishing for catfish and stripers. Now we may catch a flathead or a blue or a channel, or we could catch a striper on cut bait. So that's the goal for today. And all of that hinges on whether or not I can catch bait. We got a few rods with us today, not a ton, 6 catfish rods, big cat fever ones. We got our Okuma Komodo reels, and then we just got an assortment of random skipjack stuff. I got the cooler, and that's it, no boat. And we're gonna try to catch some fish. Have a beautiful day out here. Finally glad to be back out here on the water and not feeling like hot garbage, just semi-garbage. So here we go. Well, guys, I don't know what I have hooked, but it doesn't feel like a skipjack. Kind of feels like a sauger or something. Unless it's foul hooked. No, it is a foul hook skipjack. We're back in a creek from the bank, and I'm just hoping and praying I get this skipjack in, because this is the first one I've hooked, and he's a decent little guy. And I didn't bring my cooler down here, so we're gonna walk. Oh! Not going anywhere. Got him. I had to let that sink all the way down to the bottom before I got hit. Before my GoPro charged up, a couple of them were swinging at it, but no eats. We got that one to eat with the sink. I have brought the cooler down here now, because I almost lost that one. And if I had tried to flip it up on this dock, I would have 1,010% I lost that one. That one hit it on the fall, kind of throwing. Creek channel comes in back here and wraps around. I'm kind of in the middle of it. We may go back into the shallower portion. But we're starting out right here. I think it's probably about 12 feet deep out there right now. Maybe 16. The water's actually up. We've had a lot of rain here the last couple weeks. It's been pretty dreary and abysmal. But we're fishing nonetheless. And we're just letting it get all the way to the bottom. And we're kind of slow creeping it back-ish. I think the water temps are pretty cool right now, I'd say. 20 degrees at night. I think it's actually been getting down there to the teens at some points too. But that was a decent skipjack. Started out with. We'll throw about 10 more casts back here, and then we're gonna move back that way. See if they're back shallower. But I just need about 5 that size, and then that's enough to bank fish with 6 rods and have plenty of bait. if you go through that many from the bank with just 6 rods, you've had a daggum good day. Before I turned the camera on, I had a couple over here. There's like a weed edge that comes out. We had a couple skips swing at it. They were small fries though. On the spoon. So we may try that again. It's kind of running out of line. So I don't know what's going on with that. But, oh well. This reel sounds like a coffee grinder. And it's out of line. So nothing there. Yeah, there's one hanging out by the dock. I always feel really weird when I'm out here fishing with this GoPro on, facing the opposite direction of somebody else fishing from the bank. And I don't know, I think I'd look pretty weird if I was just talking into nothing. If I was somebody else out here on a Monday afternoon. But whatever, I'm making a fishing video. I'm gonna try not to forget stuff, because I've got a bad habit of doing that from the bank. At least with my boat, I ain't gonna forget the boat. Ouch. Just got a jig in my hand. Ow. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, got that out. I'm rusty as heck. All right. Well, we're just gonna walk down through the woods this time, but we're not gonna bring the cooler. It's cold enough out here that if I do catch them, I can just throw them in the leaves for a second and then drag it down there. But I don't feel like dragging it down there unless we have a fruitful endeavor down in the skipjack land. Just straight up pretty out here though. Hope you guys enjoyed a little B-roll through the mountains here. East Tennessee is a beautiful place, especially after it's been raining for 2 daggone weeks straight. Then you finally get to come out here and enjoy this. It's one thing I don't like seeing. If you're gonna come down here and fish on public land, please just throw your stuff away. Beer cans down here, trash, just take it back to the truck with you, or we will not be able to fish this stuff in the future because they will shut it down. All right, let's give her a few casts down here. Water's kind of moving, like it's backing up in here. Weird. The wind's going that way. They could be running the dam upstream and not the one downstream, which brings the water up. Had one swirl at it right there. Little guy. Couple of little guys. Couple of little guys. Right here at the bank. I let it sink that time, and I hadn't done that before. So. They're little skippies though. Little ones. Got one. No, he came off. Dang it. Blast. Found it. Wow. We're going to try another creek that's got some more bank access. There's several of them around here that we can try, that we can hit pretty quickly from the truck. So that's what's going to happen next. But I'm going to take a little bit of this trash with me. Because I hate seeing this down here. Well, we're rolling up to the second creek. Don't pull any further there. Well, we're gonna roll down this way now and try not to get hit by a car, because they just fly coming around this thing. I don't like having my back this way, but this is the safer side as opposed to that other side. Because if I gotta jump, I'm going in the water that way, and over here, there's a little bit of grass. Hopefully, there's some skippies down here too. Hey. See what we got down here. Hoping I can get a few pretty quickly so that we can get to catfishing. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey down here. Hey down here, baby. Come on. Hard to cast right here. I'll be really surprised if I don't land at least one in a tree. Well, there they are. They're just out of reach of... Nope, I got one. It's a little guy, but it's a bait. That's a bait, baby. I'll cut. Most of the time when I'm fishing from the boat, they're right here at the bank. But when I don't have the boat, they're out there in the center. That's just how it be sometimes, though. one. Well, that's better luck than we've had everywhere else. Real quick. I mean, I'm just launching as far as I can. We're running out of daylight. We need like 2 more. And we're gonna go cut them up and fish. I'm gonna take our paltry skipjack back to the truck. I'll make 2 baits out of him, I guess. We're gonna put some smaller hooks on. Bait pour today, boys and girls. Bait pour. Watch us show up to the creek where we're gonna fish for catfish at, and they're busting everywhere. I'll be alright with that. Either way, we're gonna go soak some baits. Well, this is all we got. We got 2 little skipjack. I didn't even bother carrying the cooler. 2 little skipjack. Okay, right there. So we got our rods. I got some weights in my pocket. And we got backpack, and we got a tripod to take pictures with. So that's what we got working with. Here it is. And then we're gonna walk through the woods. Water's down, so we actually may walk the shoreline. I ain't sure yet. We'll see. Yeah. Broken glass on the ground, not the best sign. Locked the truck up, the show. Didn't bring a net. It's a recipe for a great fishing trip. It's always the ones where you don't expect to do nothing, that you do something. Then we gonna do something. Not a soul down here. Once we get down to the rocks, I'll kind of show you what I'm fishing. It's a point that comes out, and then there's a road bed out there too. And I found it on the avionics. Never fished here before, at least from the bank. I've never fished right here for catfish anyways. I've drug out there before, but man, look at that point way over there. I could probably make it over there, but that's a hell of a walk by myself. Yeah, you could walk all the way down the bank over there. If I had a buddy with me, I'd do it. But it's getting late. I don't feel like lugging this stuff by myself, honestly. We got lots of rod holders here, rocks that the rods will stick right down into. We're gonna get the bait, I think. Our paltry bait. Fishing backpack. All right, let me get my phone out here. I brought a knife, so that's good. We got bait over there. All right. Okay, so this is called, these are our fishing apps right here. This is called Navionics Boating I think it's called Boating HD in the Play Store and on the Apple App Store. It's like $10, or it was. But here I am, right there. That red thing, that's me. And then here's the lake. So we got, zoom out, main river channel out here. Okay. And then we're back in here, and we're gonna pick up some active fish back in here off this point. Okay. And we're gonna chuck some stuff out right in there. I'd like to try this at some point, but that's that one way out there. You can see bait and stuff on it too, but I ain't making it out there today. Maybe that's a story for another day. If you want to see more bank fishing videos and how to catch catfish from the bank, let me know in the comments below, and I'll get my butt out here and we'll hoof it over there somewhere else. We'll find more bank spots because they're fun to make. I don't have to drag the boat out. It's less gas money, and you guys seem to like it, and I love bank fishing. That's what I cut my teeth doing. So we're gonna start throwing bait now. Ugh. Let's see what weights I brought. I think I got 6 rods and I brought 8 weights because I'm sure I'll break a couple off. And I think I got a couple smaller ones down in there. Got our skipjack here. The bait pour, so it ain't gonna be big chunks. Not at all. Whoa. Can't afford to lose the weights. Expensive. And I don't feel like walking half a mile back to the truck. Rocking basically 4 to 6 ounce weights just so I can throw it far. 2 ounces, you ain't gonna get it very far. Anything above 6, like 8, depending on the rod, you won't get it far either. 5 is about perfect for my rigs. These big cat feeder rods and the Komodos at the braid. We're gonna try to get us a catfish. Got a double rig here. I'm probably going to cut that hook off. Throw a single because I just don't have enough bait, honestly. Or we'll try to catch some more. Oh, I got 2 doubles. Well, looks like I'm throwing a double. All right. Oh, God. Right in my hand. All right, I'm gonna get these finished hooked up and then we'll start casting. Okay. Cutting my bait on this rock. I'm gonna tear this knife up, but it is what it is. We ain't gonna cut the biggest chunks because we just don't have the bait for it. Take that gut pocket fell apart, so we're just going to cut it out. Here's some seagulls. We're going to make this guy 2 baits. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. If we don't catch nothing with that, it wasn't meant to be. Okay. Start with the head bait. Using this big 10-aught hook on the head bait. We're gonna send this guy as far as I can out in that creek channel. And I'm probably gonna walk as far as I can out on the rocks just to maximize the distance. Surf rods would be good for this. I just don't have any, and a lot of you guys don't either, so we're just going to use these. This looks far enough. We're going to take her and launch her out there in the channel. Pretty good ways out there. And then we're going to find her a place to put it in the rocks somewhere out here. There's going to be a hole somewhere. That looks like it'll fall out of there. I don't know where I should put it. This is pretty good right here. Looks pretty good. What do you think? I'd do it? I think so. We may put a rock down in there just to be sure we don't lose a rod. All right, well, she's down in there. I'm gonna put a big spread out down the bank here because I'm the only daggone person here. And we got rocks to put them in. So they ain't gonna go anywhere, knock on wood. We'll get us a bigger spread. Sometimes fishing from the bank gives you a better spread over a boat because you can just walk them further. Look at these mussels. Freshwater mussels. Catfish like to feed on those too. We got bait out there too, I can see it. We got send that pretty far. Hopefully we got some hungry catfish out there that we can make famous. All right, where are we gonna put this one at? Right there looks good. Got that one there. Not gonna be able to reel down on that one very well, but whatever. Hopefully they just set on their own. Normally they do. Got another one of these little smaller baits here. That looks pretty good, I think. Okay. Take this one down here and then we're gonna throw it like straight out towards the chute there. May invest in a surf rod just so I can cast a couple like a million miles. But I don't have any right now. So we gotta make do. That went pretty far. All right, what we got here in terms of rock type rod holders? Aha, perfect, perfect one. Perfect rod holder. We got 3 out now. I'm gonna take one way down there. Actually, I may take 2 and put them down there. And I'm gonna take one over there and put it out in that shallow area. It's all relatively shallow. I mean, I may have gotten it in 12, 13 feet, but that's gonna be in like 5 feet over there. But this is the kind of weather I think a big one will come back in here shallow. Off hiking.
It's going down here is going to be the best thing. Look at all the mussels, little ones. Those catfish bellies will be full of these guys. When you can find these mussel beds out in the channel on your graph. You can see them on your side scan and down scan. It looks like pebbles on the bottom. A lot of times it's these oyster beds, and then when you catch fish on them, they're like full of them, full of the oysters. You can tap their bellies and feel it. So I'm gonna leave one right here. I'm gonna take one down here. I gotta make sure they're within eyesight, just so I can see where they're at. Looks like it gets kind of deeper out here more quickly right there, so that's good. All right, so this guy out there. Yeah, about 10 feet, something like that. Now we could obviously catch catfish back in here, but there are stripers in this lake too, and I've caught them out towards the mouth of this creek on my boat. All right, I got that in there. Where are we gonna throw our other one at? May put it like right there, out that way. I think that's what we will do. Good looking chunk. That flew a pretty good ways. Okay. Rod holder wise, what do we got here? Not seeing much on this one. Not seeing much on this one. I think that just got nibbled on in my hand. All right, this looks good right here. Okay. All right, we got one left, and that's it. Now we just gotta wait for a little of that. Well, we got us a full spread out. I'm still kind of sick, but whatever. And we got all the way down the bank, and there's a kayaker out there. But we got our trap set for a catfish or two, and let's see if we can get them. Gonna make me a little fire down here this evening. And we're gonna have us a good old time, no matter if we catch a catfish or not. This stuff right here should light up pretty good. It's dead and dry. There's lots of things to burn down here.
And we're right by the water. So, we got a way to put it out. Come on, light up. There we go. I thought that stuff would catch pretty quick. Oh, I love the smell of fire. It's like caveman stuff. I'm going to give it a little air. Need some oxygen so it heats up. Then we're going to start adding these other sticks. Yeah, it's still a little green, but let's see if we can't get some of these other really dry ones. Well, we've got us a decent little fire starting. We had a nibble on that far green rod down there. It's like a little channel cat. I'm just pecking on it. And there's all kinds of bait starting to surface everywhere. And I've seen a couple, either bass or white bass, bust about 10-15 yards out, chasing little shad or minnows. So that's a good sign. See if a little catfish wants to come on by and do the same here in a little bit. Well, I was reeling this one in, and there's a fish on it. I took my tripod back to the truck already. While I was sitting there by the fire, I must have missed this rod getting hit at some point because there's a fish on it. So we're gonna have to find us a rock phone holder here. And I ain't got a clue if you're gonna be able to see any of this or not, but I believe that there's a fish on this. Could be crazy. He's pulling more out because he's not really fighting. I think he came off. He came off, I think. Yep. He came off. I was reeling him in a little while ago, but I was playing with it for too long and he came off. Dang, yeah. You see where that bait got scaled? Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes.